Today, I'm going to be talking with you how to clean your ball properly. So, as of this year, you are no longer allowed to clean your ball during competition. And that rule is set on August 1st of 2019. So I'm going to show you how to properly clean your ball after you throw some games on it. This ball I threw about 7 games on it on Thursday when I was practicing. So I'm going to show you how to properly manually redo your surfaces and other stuff. So this pitch black is finished at a 1000 grit. What I'm going to do is take a 1000 grit Avalon pad to go over the surface lightly. So while you're doing this, just keep in consideration that you don't want to do it for too long on one spot particularly, mainly because if you do that, then one side is going to have a really high finish, but then the other side, then the other side is going to have not as strong of a finish as the other side. So you go over, how I do it personally, I go over the sides twice and over the top once. That's because you can put more pressure on the top than you can on the sides. Then you go back onto the sides, go back around this way, and then again, I'm doing this by hand. There's nothing on the pad, it's only the pad itself. I didn't put any cleaner or anything on it. And then back over the top. And then you take the ball, flip it. So, sorry about that. Now you can visually see a difference between the side we were sanded and this side. This side still kind of has some oil on it still from when I was bowling. Then you go back over the sides, and then, because you have to do this for the whole ball, you can't just sand half the ball because of USBC rules. And while you're also resurfacing this thing, well, it's not technically resurfacing, it's just sanding it down. This is urethane ball, and this is a reactive ball. Urethane is going to vary differently freshly sanded compared to a reactive ball freshly sanded. Alright, so now this ball is sanded down. Now what I'm gonna do is get the dust off the ball, because there's a bunch of dust on the ball from the pad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some of that purple stuff and I'm just going to clean the ball. And now the purple stuff is going to clean everything off the ball. It's gonna get any bit of dirt, dust, or just residue from the lane off the ball. And this ball is relatively clean because I was throwing on a freshly oiled pair. So there wasn't really anything on the lane to actually get the ball dirty. So you could stop here after you clean it, but I'm gonna go a step further because I want this thing to hook a little less because I don't want it to read too early. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some Extra Shine, some Storm Polish, and I'm going to polish the ball because I just want this thing to react a little later than it would normally. That's just because I don't throw urethane a lot, and when I do, I don't want it to react too early from all the dry. So yeah. So when I polish it, I do 12 rotations in one area, move the ball like this, and then do another 12. Rotate it again, get the rest of what I missed. And then take the ball, flip it. Now you can see the difference night and day right there. Grab a little more polish. And then you don't need too much for the top because there's already polish in the rag. So you don't need it. And then you just, same thing. You go 12. And then you move it back around. Do another 12. Move it again. and just finish the ball. And there we go. And then that's my pitch black done. And then just so I can get it, I'm just gonna go back over it with some Extra Clean by Storm. That's just like I use for like a final like cleaning. The polish is around the ball, so the polish ain't coming off. This is just to clean the ball like for like a last step. And there we go. And now I'm gonna redo this thing for my all road. So the all road's a little different because pitch black is a urethane ball. The all road, on the other hand, is a reactive ball. So, find the logo. Here we go. So this is a mid to low end ball by Storm that is finished at 4,000 grit. So I got my 4,000 grit pad. What I'm gonna do, because this one doesn't cut as bad, I'm gonna take some of that Wow Factor ball cleaner and I'm gonna spray the pad with it. Oh, that's a 7. There we go. Now the pad is wet with the Wow Factor ball cleaner. Oh, that's a toxic smell. Then you cut the ball with it. I don't normally put cleaner on the pad because what you're doing is with the pad, it's cutting the ball and then it's also depositing that cleaner onto the ball, because then the cleaner gets absorbed by the surface and then it will also help the ball hook. Yeah, because this ball is taking the cleaner in. The thing is that now there's also a residue on the ball. So this is cutting the ball. Like the ball is becoming really dull. Which it's supposed to be a dull ball. It ain't supposed to be wicked shiny. Because whenever you have this on the display, you see how dull it is. This thing was shiny. Like really shiny. This side, we have to do the all road a little longer. Only because of the fact that we're using a 4,000 pad. And it doesn't really cut the ball by hand. So I'm putting just force on every like rotation of the pad I do on the ball. And you spin it. Again, you put a little bit of that Wow Factor ball cleaner on your pad. And then you just do the same process. Sand it with the cleaner. And then you're going to see ball's already starting to become a little duller. This ball I'm not going to polish because bowling on Sport Shot, there's so much oil out onto the lane that you don't really want to mess with, like, shining it, for example. I only shine the pitch black because of the fact that that thing hooks early sometimes. And when you're only up by a few pins, going to the 10th, throwing urethane on a urethane pattern, those could cost you. Say your ball reads early, it's going to go through the nose. And then you're not going to have that well of a time. I'm just going to give my right arm a little break. Yeah. So the all road is the one of like the greatest members of the high road family, because it got the inverted FE2 core with the nano cover stock, and then those. So this is essentially a better version of the High Road Nano, which, if you don't know, was discontinued 10 months after it was released because they didn't pour 200. Because that's how Storm works. They don't pour 200 of a certain ball's discontinued. So now, ball's sanded down, and then you're gonna flip it back over. I'll go a little bit of show. Take some of that purple stuff, and then you're just gonna clean it. Sorry about that. I'm a little sick right now. Alright, and then you just clean the other half of the ball. And there you go. And you can hear the ball's ultra tacky. Pitch black, urethane, it ain't tacky. I don't know. Alright, that is it for this video. So, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. If you have any more questions about sanding a bowling ball or anything like that, just comment down below the question you have and I will answer them the best I can. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.